Hello, welcome, comadres, to the Moon Report. We have a new moon in Taurus. I am Marlene, your moon goddess. And as always, it is amazing to share space with you here. Welcome to the new comadres that just joined. And to those new comadres that are joining us live, we are so happy to have you here. Um, Sharing your energy, and those comadres that have not made it to the Moon Report live, we are always here on Zoom. The link is always in Mighty Networks in the events page, and you can join us live. We have a really delicious question and answer after the report. That is, some of us, we really like that part. Some of us is our favorite part because we really get to be intimate in that space. So we invite any comadres to join us live here on Zoom. So today I have an amazing treat, as I always do. But you know that we've been doing our Moon Maven series. And for those of you that are not privy to what that is, us at the comadres have been working on, having other comadres come on this platform, those comadres that are, trying on their astrology hat and really want to give this a go. Astrology is not easy, comadres. This is something that takes studying and takes commitment. And we really wanted some of the woo-woo comadres to really have a platform to shine. And today, Moon's Maven is Mio Santana. And I am so happy to have her here. What struck me about how Mio approached me to do this, I was looking for a last moon maven. I do things in threes. I love threes. My life path number is 3. So like I like to do things in 3s and 6 and 9s, just the thing. And I wanted 3 moon mavens. And I put the feelers out there and Mio came back. And I really want to acknowledge her bravery because she's just getting started in incorporating this into her practice, into her built practice already. And that takes a lot of courage and bravery to come out here and do this because, like I said, astrology is complicated. And I really love that she just came out, boldly asked me, told me, I want to do this. And this is the moon that I want to do it on. And I was like, all right, I like this vibe. So I loved her determination. So without further ado, here's Mio Santana.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Marlene. Oh my goodness.
Of course.
And it's so funny because it turned out, and I mean, there's no such thing as coincidences, right? But it turned out to be the moon of my moon sign, the sign of my moon sign, which is Taurus. So it's like everything was just aligned.
Yeah. So kick it away.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much again. Thank you for inviting me to be here. I'm so excited to be with you guys. Welcome, comadres. So good to see all these familiar faces. I'm so excited to be here. So my name is Mio Santana. For those of you who may know me, may not know me, I'm the founder of Divine Journey, a transformational program. It's a coaching program that is centered on 4 things. It's centered on self-love, inner child healing, feminine and masculine energy, and vibration. So I took everything I learned through my over 20 years of my own transformational journey and put it into my programs. And I'm also the creator of Resilience, a breakthrough journey to self-love, which is an 8-week group coaching program for women that focuses on self-love, which is amazing. And I myself have been doing moon circles for the last 3 years since I launched my company. And I love working with the energy of the moon. So, one of the reasons why I do these circles and I incorporate the moon in my work is because it's a very powerful practice. And like Marlene said, it's like an ongoing practice that you incorporate little by little into your work, into your life. And you begin to be able to manifest from that energy, to embody that energy and to grow with that energy. And I also took an astrology class last year during the pandemic. And I want to deepen that study and I want to continue learning more and more about astrology and continue implementing it into my work. So I'm definitely a learner and I honor and respect the tradition and I love learning more about it. So that's a little bit about me. And just so you guys know, this is going to be somewhat of an interactive talk. So at times I'm going to ask like thought-provoking questions. And so if anything comes up for you, put it in the chat. And I want to invite you to write things down if things come up for you. So have a pen and paper if you can. I know some of you are driving, so that's okay. It's not like required. And at the end, we're gonna do a small intention exercise that I'm gonna also have you write with. And also, if you stick around to the end, there's gonna be a little surprise for you guys from me. So keep posted for that. And so I don't know about you guys, but this new moon has been, wow, for the last couple of days, like, okay, I don't know if you guys have been, like, who's been feeling it? Like, who was like jolted? Who's been feeling it? Yes, I see the hands up. Yes. So put in the chat, what do you feel? What have you been feeling? What's been coming up for you? You know, Marlene and I were just talking about how Uranus is in energized. Yes, absolutely. Uranus is in the new moon in Taurus right now. And, you know, Uranus is a very anarchist type of energy. And as you can see, things that are going on around the world, you know, it's this energy of rebellion. It's this energy of, it's an electric energy. It's, you know, it's, I want to be free. You know, I want to invent a different type of life. I want to create. And so because Uranus is governed by Aquarius, it's very like forward thinking, very progressive movement. Let's go forward. Let's break the bounds that we've been in. And so you see that going on around the world and people are like, why is this happening? Why is this all happening at the same time? And it really is like that energy. I see Maya says, I feel anxious and overwhelmed and suddenly aware of being taken advantage of. Yes. Catherine, releasing and processing past decisions. Betsy, clarity. Let me see, clarity in the middle of chaos. Weird. Yes. Karen says, I was feeling crazy last week, but now I feel more centered. Yeah, sometimes that the moon energy, you feel it like a week before, like as it's coming before it actually even gets here. So that could definitely happen. Lid says, transmuting fear. Yes, definitely. Feeling open, Jasmine. I feel present, Marlene says. Yes. Change my price on my products. Yeah, moving that energy in the energy of creation. And Marlene says she's been feeling it for the last 3 days. Yes. So I started feeling it on Monday. And then I got kicked in the arse yesterday. And it was like, I felt like a pressure cooker. Like I felt like, oh my God, like energy just wanted to move through me. And I was just like, I felt like I needed to walk. Like I went on a power walk and like I had this long out, I don't know, huge conversation with my aunt, and I'm like expressing to her everything that I needed and everything that I wanted. And I was talking to her about all these different things. And like, I was just like talking and expressing and walking and moving. And I just needed to move the energy. And then I came back to my room and I saged the entire room and like I did Palo Santo and everything. And I was like, all right, I have to like, you know, let this energy move through me, you know, and bless this energy. Solange, I feel like making things happen and being decisive and communicating directly. Yes, that's exactly the energy that we're going to dive into today. Camila, yes, I have been feeling the need to be outside with nature and walking a lot, needing to move. Yes, we're going to dive into that too. Beautiful. So you guys know what I'm talking about. So the moon, you know, I always love to talk about the moon in any workshop that I do. If you guys have been following me, you'll notice that I always mention the moon because I feel like the moon needs a lot of education. People, it would serve humanity to be more educated on the moon and its processes. It's an ancient practice that got lost throughout the way, and now it's being brought back. And so women, especially, have been coming together under the moon since the beginning of time, you know? And so why do you think that is? Why do you think we come together specifically under the moon? So, you know, women have been retreating together during moon time forever. And moon time actually means your menstruation time, like the time of a woman's menstruation. And so if you notice, our menstrual cycles are synced with the phases of the moon. And so there's always been that really tight connection between women and the moon's energy. And so that term retreat, you know, retreating together as women into the moon and into the energy of the moon to have our moon time together has always been a very sacred time. And so women, you know, like I don't know, honestly, and this is maybe a little more like biological or scientifical that I need to like study more, but like, I don't know if it's biological that the moon affects us internally more than men, because I do men's circles and I've done a lot of work with men in the past, and like, they just don't feel it. Like they'll tell me like, I just don't feel anything different right now. Like, but women do. We're like, yeah, I feel like crazy, or, oh my God, I feel like hiding in my room. I feel like going into a cave, or, the moon affects us. So it's very interesting if there's maybe a biological connection there. But the moon in essence is where the emotions lie. And I'm sure, obviously with all the teachings that we've been getting from Marlene, we've been learning a lot about the moon. And it really is where the emotions lie. And it's also where our imagination lives. And so the moon really teaches us about what excites us, what stimulates our emotions, how do we express our emotions. And it actually sometimes like jolts us, like moves us energetically to share those emotions and to be connected with those emotions more. So it's also the home of emotional memory. And so our emotional archive of our memories is stored in this energy. And oftentimes, depending on the different phases of the moon, you'll see practitioners that'll tell you this is a good time for journaling. It's a good time for journaling. Yes, because everything from inside you, that archive of emotional memories, is coming out. It's coming forth. So it's a beautiful time to go inward and to journal and to share what it is that's going on within you. Home of the subconscious. Yes, absolutely. That's where I was coming next. The moon actually reflects what's in our subconscious. And so oftentimes, sometimes the shadow appears and we don't want to see the shadow, but the shadow's in our subconscious. And so it reflects out in the moon's energy. And it's a beautiful time to actually look at the shadow, to actually have compassion for the shadow and see the shadow for what it is. It's just a reflection of the light. It's just a reflection of what's inside you. And being able to heal that and nurture that and look at that more clearly during this time. And so the moon also has a very maternal energy, which derives also a sense of security. And so women, we tend to align ourselves a lot with the moon's energy. And like, I don't know if you've ever just sat like on the beach when there's a full moon and you just feel so held and so supported and so like nurtured. And it's that energy that the moon has, that maternal type of energy. And it's also an energy linked with fertility because of our menstrual cycle, our moon cycles. The moon reflects how you perceive and feel your way through life. So I don't know if all of you know what your moon sign is, but my moon sign is Taurus. So, the more you start to study this, the more you start to learn that depending on where your moon sign is, that's how you navigate your emotional life. That's how you navigate primarily a lot of your relationships, your relationship with yourself. Maya says Pisces moon, yes. I'm not Walter Mercado yet, so I can't be breaking down everybody's moon. But maybe soon sometime once I get a little better at this. But yes, it's good to know your moons. Beautiful. Cancer moon, Leo moon. I love it. So yes, so the new moon in particular has a very powerful energy. It's a very powerful time. It's an energy of change and awakening. And as you can see, there's a lot of change happening on the planet. And if you start thinking about it, think about yourself. What's changing in you? What's changing in your environment? What are you creating? What are your intentions for those things that you're creating right now? What would you like to create? What intentions would you like to set for the things that you would like to create? And just become aware of those things, because those things are probably most likely bubbling up inside you right now. They're bubbling up around you in your reality. So the new moon is a time to set intentions and plant seeds for what you're creating in your life. Sometimes new moon energy is a strong energy that seems to be moving you in an upward direction. It's like this, it feels like this upward spiral taking you up. It's an energy that we can take advantage of to manifest our desires. So like when you feel that pressure cooker, when you feel yourself being jolted, take that energy and mold it, and put it into something, write something, share something, sing something, dance something, do something, anything, like just allow it to come through you, allow it to express itself, because it's just wanting to be heard. That's where the uncomfortability is. It's like, it just wants to be expressed and moved through you. And so sometimes it feels a bit overwhelming. because it's like a shaking up of your insides. It's like a reckoning. It's like a wake up. It's like, come on, new energy, move, go, create, do something, you know? And so all this energy wants to do, like I said, is be moved and ultimately birthed back to the maternal energy of the moon. It's like a birthing type of energy. What do you want to birth? And you can look at it in different aspects. You can think of like, what do I want to birth in the next 5 years? But also, what do I want to birth today, between today and tomorrow? Or what do I want to birth this month? You know, and you can really look at it just using the energy of today's moon. Look at it in the long term, in the midterm, or in the short term, you know, and map that out for yourself. And even just the thought of the intention, even just putting your thoughts and your intentions down on paper, it's a huge act of energy. It really is like an alchemy that you're creating. So don't think that just because you're writing it down and not acting on it, that you're not doing anything, because you really are. Because the odds are is that you'll write something down, you'll forget about it. And then like, and I know Marlene could probably vouch for this. A year later, you'll look at your notebook and you'll be like, oh my God, I manifested that. It's done already. Check, cross it off, next. And you don't even realize it. But that's how powerful this energy is. Yes. Camila says, love that. Karen, love that. Yes. So, like I said, I was really feeling it yesterday. And so I did a few practices to ground myself. Grounding your energy is so important. And if you're feeling the pull of the moon, it's even more important. And it could be even the new moon or the full moon, no matter where the moon is at. If you're feeling it, it's really good to ground yourself. And so, you know, we saw a few of the hands raised, like, oh my God, I'm going crazy. But, you know, take a moment and like, for example, some of the grounding exercises that I did yesterday and that I do when I feel this way are like, you know, connecting with my senses, with my five senses. And we're going to get into Taurus now in a minute, which is going to talk all about that. It's like, what do you feel at the tips of your fingers? Even do it right now as they speak. Think about, focus on, what do I feel at the tips of my fingers? What does my mouth taste like right now? What am I feeling in my mouth? What does my mouth taste like? What do I smell? What are the smells that I'm experiencing? What can I hear? What can I hear in the room around me? Notice that. And what do I see? What do I see around me? And when you do that, it's like you just presence yourself in the moment. And it's using all your senses, which is a very Taurus thing, is like the sense, the five senses, essentialness of the sign. And so connecting with your senses has a beautiful way of bringing you back into the present moment. Also, routine. Sometimes we get thrown off our center, right? And we're like, oh my God, what's going on? And we realize, oh wait, hold on, I haven't done a routine that benefits me, like something that regularly benefits me, whether that is the exercise that you do, or the healthy meal that you eat, or the juice that you know, the green juice that you drink, whatever that routine is for you, remember to do it on those days that you feel thrown out of whack. Get into nature. Somebody said that they've been feeling a pull to get into nature. Get into nature and do a walk, but don't just be on your phone. Gain perspective while you're on your walk by looking at the sky, looking at the trees, noticing the wildlife around you, what the wildlife is doing. There are messages all around you. And if you allow yourself to be open to them, you will see what they are telling you. And then also something to ground yourself is basically just to breathe, to take 5 to 10 deep breaths and breathe into your belly, not just your chest. Breathe down into your belly and take 5 deep breaths, and that will bring you back to the moment. And so these practices help to anchor you when you feel a little, you know, scattered and out of whack. And so the new moon is in Taurus, like we said earlier. But what does that mean? You know, we hear a lot about, oh, new moon in this, new moon in that, you know, we're going to break it down today. So in addition to the new moon being in Taurus, it's also landing in the middle of spring. And the middle of spring it's like the center of the season of spring. And this is a time of the fertile soil for planting. This is the time for fertile soil for planting. It's the middle of spring. So if you think about it metaphorically in your life, you have fertile energy right now to plant your desires, to plant what you want to create. So take this soil and dig your hands into it. Take your life and dig your hands into it and really start to mold and create what it is you want out of this beautiful energy in springtime. And it is even stronger energy to set new intentions and new things, because it's not only the things that we're already creating and that we already have in the way in projects, but also like new things that you could just invent anew, like a dream that you had, an idea that you had, a thought, allow that to flourish out. Allow yourself to see what that is, explore it more. So that's beautiful image. Yeah, we are magical gardeners of our life. Yes, absolutely. So Taurus is the sign that pretty much rules self-care. And for those of you who follow me know that I'm a big advocate of self-care. I'm always talking about self-care. And Taurus happens to be my moon sign. So I'm like even more like, I really get into it. And so this moon encourages you to prioritize yourself first emotionally and make all your decisions from this space. So how does it feel? Does this feel good for me or not? How does this feel for me? Really connect with that. Maybe you've been resisting this new moon energy, and just now you became present to the messages that you've been receiving from it to slow down and to give to yourself. Just notice that. Maybe you're already in the energy of self-care and you have felt the benefits of how it has multiplied during this time. So just notice that, be aware to that. This particular energy is a value-driven type of self-care that tells the universe and all those around you, I matter and I deserve me time. And it doesn't mean I love you any less. It just means I'm loving me right now. So me time, very important right now. With the grounding energy of Taurus, it's also about restorative self-care, not just superficial things, but things that actually deeply heal and cure you in ways that only you and your body knows. This restorative type of self-care is as unique as each one of you on this call. So what works for one person may not work for another. Find the things that speak to your soul during this time, those restorative practices that speak to your soul. Is it yin yoga or is it hot yoga? Is it a power walk or is it a bike ride? Is it a hot tub or is it a steam room? Is it a green juice or is it a warm vegetable soup? You get to decide what restores you. And this is a powerful time to give yourself that me time that you deserve. And Taurus is a fixed earth sign, the most grounded of all the elements, yet it doesn't mean that it is slow. Keep in mind that the bull is dedicated, but can be stubborn. And earth is all about reflection, investigation. I need a sauna, my body is craving it. Yes, this is the time, girl. Make that appointment. Find that friend that has a sauna in her building. Earth is about reflection, investigation. It's about resolving, stabilizing, and also possessing and producing. Earth represents the connection to the material world. And so it's amazing. It's beautiful how Taurus is also, since it's an earth sign, it is very much about your material world and your surroundings. I just had a facial. I'm so jelly, Solange. I want one too. Earth is to set and to fix, to settle on. And the body part for the earth element is the spine. So, take time to sit and straighten your spine. Don't allow yourself to slouch. Allow yourself to sit up, honor your spine, honor your body. Your body's a sacred temple. And fixed means that it symbolizes firmness and consistency. It needs to consolidate things and to preserve things. So this is a good energy for that as well. And Taurus is ruled by Venus. And Venus is one of all-time favorite goddesses of everyone, whenever you hear, what's your favorite Greek goddess? Oh, Venus, it's an easy answer because she's where love lives. She's where sensual desire and romance and expression are. And this is where Taurus lives. And so Taurus is teaching you this month, especially, and now during the new moon, how to smell the roses. Smell the roses. If you're passing a child laughing, look at the child and smile. If you see some flowers that you like, buy them and put them in your house. Really nurture those moments that really make you feel love and happiness, because that's what this is all about, smelling the roses. Venus is affection, love, harmony, beauty, social and enjoyment through all the senses. So not only social enjoyment, but you yourself enjoying everything through your senses. And it's also, because it's in Taurus and it's an earth fixed sign, it's also a stable energy, but a stable yet sensuous one and sensual one. It's like an energy like, have my cake and eat it too, and enjoy it while I'm having it. Not have any guilt about it. Enjoy your cake while you're having it. Taurus is tactile, so it's connected to the sense of touch, especially. So how does your clothes feel? How does your bed feel? Do you have old sheets or nice, beautiful, soft sheets? Throw those old sheets away. Buy yourself new sheets. You know, like everything that's around you, your body, your hair, anything that touches you. Think about it. Does it make you feel good, or does it make you feel uncomfortable? Does it make you feel right? Does it make you feel aligned? Get in touch with your tactile senses. The moon in Taurus teaches us to value the finer things in life, and also especially how to value ourselves. Allow yourself to buy yourself that pretty thing that you'd never buy yourself because it's too expensive. That set of amazing silk pajamas that cost too much. Go for it. You deserve it. And Taurus is the I have. It's I have. It's the accumulator, the constant energy, the reliable type of energy. It's headstrong. It enjoys life, and it enjoys sensual pleasures. The body parts that pertain to Taurus are the neck and throat. And that's all where communication and expression are. And that's why yesterday I was like talking to my aunt and I was like sharing everything. And I just had to let communication and expression come through me. So allow yourself that opportunity. The neck is also the body part that connects the mind to the rest of the body. So earlier, we said that the moon reflects the light of the powerful sun. Does it make the sun the all-powerful? Or does the darkness of the moon also hold its power, its own power? And could either exist without the other? Just think about it. It's like questions to ponder. And when we talk about masculine and feminine energies, there's a few misconceptions that we have. Some people think that masculine and feminine energy have to do with gender, and it doesn't. Some people think that masculine and feminine energy are based on societal expectations, on roles that are programmed and put on us. Like if you're a woman, you have to be a cook in the house and you have to be a homemaker, and that's feminine energy. That's false. And another misconception about feminine and masculine energy is that you can only experience one at a time, when we know that we can be experiencing both, and it's an ebb and a flow. These energies are, feminine energy and masculine energy are two opposites of the same pole. And they cannot exist without each other. Nothing exists without its opposite. Day and night, yin and yang, love and fear, hot and cold. They cannot exist without each other. So if you've been mostly in your masculine energy, you're probably feeling around now exhausted, drowning in to-do lists, confused about what you really want, not knowing, and numb to emotion. Like someone said the other day, I can't cry in movies. Like you're just numb to emotions. So what are ways to cultivate feminine energy, the feminine energy of the moon right now, and during this new moon of sensual Taurus? Well, like I was saying earlier, create beauty around you. Do activities that engage all your senses. Ask yourself, how do I feel about this? Instead of what do I think about this? It's more about how do I feel? Take a deep breath and feel your chest, feel your stomach, feel into your body. How does this make me feel before you make a decision? And you'll see that it's always going to guide you right. If it doesn't feel good, try not to put yourself through it. Also, the big one, and it's only 2 words, but it's a real big one. Slow down. Slow down. Do a day of nothing. Clear your agenda and indulge in the things that you love. Also, learn to say no. Learn to say no and say yes to you. Taurus is slow and intentional. Yes, absolutely. Give yourself permission to feel however it is you are feeling at any given moment. So, in patriarchal society, oftentimes we're taught, just blend. Don't be you. Like, just blend with the other girls. Don't say how you feel. Don't, oh no, you're crazy. No, this, that. You have too much emotions. You have this. No. Give yourself permission to feel how you feel. And if that's how you feel, honor yourself. Honor yourself. Even if you don't feel it outside of you, inside of you, honor yourself for those emotions and for what you're feeling. Notice, how does your body feel right now as you listen to this broadcast, as you watch this video? How does your body feel right now? Where is your body holding stress? Just feel it. Where's your body holding stress? Is it your neck? Is it your shoulders? Is it your lower back? Is it your hips, your knees? These may be the areas to focus on during your self-care practices. This is your feminine energy waiting for it to be cultivated. Ooh, Camila, face and neck. There you go. Neck is Taurus. Beautiful. Lots of honey, tea, warm tea. Yes, some hot compresses on your neck. Maybe a nice little massage. This time that we are in is a beautiful moment to ask ourselves, how do we love? How do we love ourselves? Upper back and shoulders, yes, that's where a lot of stress is held. And so you want to allow your body is speaking to you. So you want to allow your body to release that. And you want to give your body the nurturing it needs. It's telling you something. We feel like the body, it's like, because we, like, how can I say this? Because our minds engage our voice and our language, we think that this is the only way to communicate, that we communicate through our words. But what we don't realize is that our entire body is communicating all the time in its own way, its own language, which is like that crink in the neck, that pain in the back. That's your body saying, hey, take a moment, sit down, stretch out. Have you done some stretching? Have you gotten into that hot tub or that steam room? Give yourself that. And so this is a beautiful time to ask yourself, how do I love? How do I love myself? How do I feel loved? Sometimes we don't even know what makes us feel loved. How do I feel loved? Have you ever stopped to ask yourself these questions? How do we give ourselves to another? How do we give ourselves what we need for ourselves? How predisposed are we to being loved or to receiving loved? Are we even ready for it? Do we even want it? Do we know what we want? What do we value in our relationships with ourselves? What do we hold sacred in our relationships with ourselves? How do we express affection with ourselves? And how do we express affection with others? Just think about it. So I want to invite you guys to write down an empowering intention that we're going to use this energy, this powerful energy of the new moon. We're going to get into our alchemy here. And we're going to write down an empowering intention for yourself. And you're going to write it in first person and present tense. So as if it's already been done, or it's being done as we speak. And so with this energy of the new moon, what do you want to create in your life? What is your intention? What is your intention for you, for yourself? What is coming up for you? And write that down in first person and in present tense. An example could be, I am nourished and my body is whole. I love life. That was one for me. Take a moment and do that. Beautiful. So does one brave soul want to share their intention? Would anyone like to share? Ooh, Solange, I am perfect and complete as I am. Marlene, it is safe to be me. Yes. Oof, I felt that one down my back. Oh, power. I am happy and fulfilled. Yes, I am enough. Yes, you are. I'm relaxed on my clear path and accepting my abundance. Beautiful. Yes. So some practices to help you this month, because I'm all about practices. I'm all about putting this energy into work. It is safe for me to be successful and still unapologetically me. Oof, yes. Beautiful. I am at peace and balance. I experience joy. Beautiful. Yes. Keep these with you, ladies. Keep these close to you to remind yourself. So when we get distracted with our million things to do and all of our issues and stress and problems, we can always reflect back on this and remind ourselves to take that moment for ourselves. So practices for this month that you want to be engaging in. Healthy boundaries. So oftentimes when we're, dominant in our masculine energy, we tend to be in our people-pleasing mode. And it's yes, yes, yes for everyone and do everything for everyone. And I can handle it, so I could do it. So just because I can handle it, I could do it. So I'll do it and I'll do more and then I'll do more and then I'll do more and then I'll do more. And it never ends. And it's this constant cycle, down and down and down. Okay, well, healthy boundaries. If you don't know what healthy boundaries are, get with one of us. Get with me, get with Marlene, get with one of your coaches. We will help you. We will support you. Say no to what doesn't feel right. Say no to what doesn't feel right. Play more. Just play more. Get dirty. Sit on the floor. Kneel down. Dance. Like Maya's dance party is the best thing ever. Play more. Enjoy me time with yourself. So don't make me time like a chore. Like, oh, I have to do something for myself. Make me time about something you enjoy and be giddy about it. Like, I'm going to have a date with myself. I'm going to go to the movies and I'm going to have popcorn with Raisinets and I'm going to get a Diet Coke and I'm going to, and then I'm going to get a foot rub, like whatever that is for you, and enjoy it. Be giddy about it. Also, enjoy cozy time at home. My mom taught me back in the day to get a lotion and put it all over my feet and then put on some like big cozy socks. Oh, that's one of the best practices. I love that. But first, when I'm in the shower, I like scrub my feet with the little pumice rock or whatever. Then I put the lotion and then I put the cozy socks. Oh my God, it feels like going to a spa. Beautify your space and beautify yourself. And I'm not talking about the beauty that is programmed in society. I'm talking about the beauty that is within you, the beauty that you see in the mirror, the beauty that you love. Nurture that, bring that out. Embark on activities that require patience and persistence. So maybe like get into a puzzle, like a 5,000 piece puzzle, and like say, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this done, and just have patience and persistence with it. And when it gets hard, practice patience and compassion for yourself. Enjoy activating all your senses. So remember throughout this month, touch, taste, smell, sound, all these senses, keep engaging them. Look around at all the beautiful things that surround you. Notice them. Sometimes we have blinders on and we're just stuck in what we have to do next and what we have to do next. And we don't realize that there's so much beauty around us. And this is a great time this month to make powerful long-term decisions. It's also a good time to open a bank account. So it's like these decisions that are long-term, that require patience. Give yourself the opportunity to get into those. Also, I read in a couple of things that I was researching, they say, avoid any surgeries in the neck and throat and thyroid areas and ears around this time. I guess this is where the energy of Taurus lives. And so it just says to avoid surgeries during this time. I'm not a specialist at this, but I thought I'd throw it in here just in case. If you have more questions on it, maybe we could refer you somewhere where, someone more expert can talk about it. But yeah, that stood out to me. So I thought I'd share it here just in case. And as I said, if you stuck around to the end, you would have a little surprise from me. So we were talking about feminine and masculine energy. And as some of you know, this is like my thing. I'm obsessed with it. I live and breathe it. And so for all of you who are here, who came live, which is a lot of you lovely ladies, I want to gift you all a free 20-minute mini session with me to dive into what energy you're dominant in. And then I can support you with ways of how to bring harmony and balance into your life. So if you're interested, take advantage. I have a few slots available. So grab your slot. I'm going to put the link in the chat and take advantage of it. Yes. Oh, yes, Catherine, you did it. Yes, absolutely. Beautiful. And also one last thing before I wrap up. For those really wanting to take their self-care to another level, just so you know, I'm going to be announcing something really special on Saturday. So keep an eye out. If you're interested in finding out and being on my mailing list to hear about it, go to my website, miosantana.com, and you're going to hear about an amazing announcement that I'm going to have on Saturday. So with that said, that's my moon report for today. Thank you guys so much.
Mio, that was amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for bringing your wisdom. And I love how you took it back to like moon practices and like the original, that this has been going on forever. This is not a new age approach. This is not something that has come with a new spiritual awakening. These are practices that go way, way, way back. And what we are, probably all of us in this call, if you're here, is a bridge to that ancient wisdom and this new modern world that we live in. How do we bridge these things together? And astrology is an amazing way to do it because it has such ancient roots, right? So I really appreciate you bringing all of that knowledge in, Mio. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing where everybody can reach you. Thank you for giving us this 20-minute opportunity. This is amazing. So this is just an encouragement for comadres to come and join us live because there's little surprises always around the corner. So thank you so much, Mio. Thank you everybody for joining live. Thank you for the comadres that are watching after. I love you. Big, big hug. Enjoy this beautiful, beautiful moon because as Mio described, it is all about beauty and value and feeling safe in your body, especially in your body first, and then in your environment around you. So I'm hoping that all you comadres are feeling great. Thank you, Mio, again.
Thank you, ladies. It was such an honor, Marlene. Thank you, guys. I hope you got a lot out of it, and I'm sending you all my love and light.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.